Hi everyone. Today I would like to discuss day 5 with you. We are still busy digesting the word that the Lord has given us up to now. And I just want to remind you why we are doing this. This morning in our women's prayer group, one of my dear friends again quoted the scripture out of James 1:22, where it says, "Do not just be hearers of the word, but be doers of the word." It says, "But be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves." And in the translation that she read, it said, "For that is the essence of self-deception." And I want to just remind you again how important it is to be a doer of the word and not just the hearer of the word. Because when you are a hearer of the word, but you do not do anything with it, you are deceiving yourself because you think that you know what is right and wrong and you think that you are living it. But just by simply knowing it does not change anything. You have to change. You have to be made holy, be sanctified, and live the life that you know you should live. Just knowing it is not enough. And that is why we are going through the days again and looking at what the Lord has told us to do and how we can become doers of that word. So day 5 was about the heartbeat of God, and we spent some time looking at vibrations, changing our vibration to be in tune with God's vibration, having His heartbeat become our heartbeat. And in all of that, the message was, let Him be your source, let Him be your peace, keep your eyes on Him, and experience His heartbeat in your life. When we do that, we have to press in to Him. We have to become still and listen, and we have to really take time to build relationship with Him, and in that place we experience His heartbeat. So why am I bringing in this word of becoming doers of the word with the heartbeat of God? It is because I believe that there is really a connection between the two. And to discuss that with you, I'd like to go to 1 Kings 12, and I'm reading to you from verse 25. It says, "Then Jeroboam built Shechem in the mountains of Ephraim and dwelt there. Also he went out from there and built Penuel. And Jeroboam said in his heart, Now the kingdom may return to the house of David. If these people go up to offer sacrifices in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then the heart of the people will turn back to the Lord. Rehoboam be king of Judah, and they will kill me and go back to Rehoboam, king of Judah." Therefore the king asked advice, made 2 calves of gold, and said to the people, "It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Here are your gods, O Israel, who brought you up from the land of Egypt." And he set up one in Bethel, and the other one he put in Dan. Now this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one as far as Dan. He made shrines on the high places and made priests from every class of people who were not sons of Levi. So under the banner of it being too much trouble, the King Jeroboam actually went and he made places of worship that were never meant to be places of worship. He created religion and idolatry, and told the people that they were worshiping the God that brought them out of Egypt, when actually he just wanted to keep them from going to Jerusalem because he was scared that they would turn back to the king of Judah. Now we know that Jesus was born from the tribe of Judah, and that Judah plays a very important role, and Judah is also always connected to praise and worship and making a sound like the roar of the Lion of Judah. But it is not only making a sound. In this time, however, making a sound is something that I think is very important, and exalting the Lord. And it feels to me as if the enemy is trying to keep us from doing that. with this same strategy. I also want to read you Amos 5, verse 5, and it says, "Seek me and live. Do not seek Bethel, nor Gilgal, nor pass over to Beersheba. For Gilgal shall surely go into captivity, and Bethel shall come to nothing. Seek the Lord and live." In this time where we are focusing on the heartbeat of God, it is important to realize that when we pick up the heartbeat of God, we are supposed to do something. That something that we are supposed to do is also, not only, but also making a sound of exalting the King of Kings. That is something that the enemy wants to keep us from, and he uses the same tactic as King Jeroboam did, by saying to us, it is too much trouble to go up to Jerusalem. He says to Miliana, it's too much trouble to get up out of bed. It's too much trouble to place yourself in a position where you can praise me out loud. It's too much trouble. So rather just sit quietly and think of how much you love the Lord. You don't have to say it, but that's not the truth. How many times does David say to us that he praises the Lord? It says, open my lips. And it's very important because Monique, who did this morning's Bible study, she specifically also mentioned Psalm 51 that says, unlock my lips and I will praise you. In this time, we must contend for our lips to be unlocked so that we can praise the King of Kings as we pick up his heartbeat, so that we can make a sound from heaven. And that is not only singing, it is singing, it is what we speak, it is reading scripture, it is speaking to the Lord, but it's important to also do it out loud. When we think in our hearts how much we love the Lord and we say that to him inside, there is definitely a lot of merit in that. But when it comes out of our mouths, it is heaven manifested on earth, and it creates. Just as the Lord created by speaking, he didn't think, he spoke. So we create in the atmosphere around us by speaking. So today I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to not only be hearers of the heartbeat of God, but also doers, by making the sound of the heartbeat of God in your house. Also, obviously, doers in loving others and in the way that we conduct ourselves. But with the theme of the heartbeat of God, I want to encourage you to become a doer of the heartbeat of God by making a sound with your mouth. Not saying it's too much trouble to go up to Jerusalem. Jesus many times in the Bible went up the mountain to pray. I'm sure it's not because it was the most comfortable place or because it was the least trouble to get there, but it was because he knew and understood the significance of putting yourself in a position where you are alone, where you can speak to the Lord out loud, and where you can praise his name. I hope that this will bless you. Much love.